likely jumping in on the title screen. Also, just to make a note, because people trying to unlock mirror mode and stuff, I've seen people unlock mirror mode with less requirements than people say you need, so I have...
So it might be 5? If people have gotten it was last, my idea is it's either 5 coins, 5 panels, and 5 P-switches, or it's literally 1 of each.
Or none at all, I don't know, even though...
Do it.
Aw, yeah.
Though a funny thing, we have Drive-On as one of the enemies. I just want you to pick Drive-On because, due to a video I lost, I learned what Drive-On's character select animation is. It's like, oh, that's funny. Oh, we don't seem to have Drive-On. Damn it. Another time. Okay, I guess we're picking Knockout.
No, Drive-On's right here.
Oh, okay. He dies!
Yes.
He falls apart!
Make a track.
Also because of that, go back for just a minute. I want to see, does it make the sound effect? Ah, no, not really. I think we can go back to being normal.
Yes.
Meaning it's Bowser time. If you want to absolutely try hard this as much as possible.
We've learned some stupid shit.
You also have the biker and... I guess it's the only costumes we have for Bowser right now.
We've learned some dumb shit. Absolute dumb.
It's right.
Nice it.
I see it now. It's always in my reach. Endless possibilities.
Because last time I did that and it took forever.
Or never ending.
Trying to show the one trick. Now the problem with the video that mentioned this trick, they act like, oh, this trick is basically completely foolproof, when I will say no, it's not. You can still get fucked over, but in general it is more consistent. I just fell off the map and I lost all of my advantages. I know I'm cutting around because I lost a couple of times. Because we were doing good. I was trying to explain the thing. The way the rubber banding seems to work if you drift less, the AI just seems to become way less aggressive. And that is decently consistent, but there's still that RNG of Mario Kart. I will drift because I'm in second.
Also, 100 isn't as aggressive as 50. 150 is like throwing a fat kid in a den with leopards.
Okay. It is more consistent. That is the funny, dumb part. Especially if you do the quick reversal to dodge a blue shell. Let's go ahead.
I think when you get hit, if you use the mushroom when you're tumbling, I think that makes you recover faster.
Just went ahead and used it just to maintain. Yeah, because
everyone has a decent amount
behind, yes.
And you also now have 20 coins, because that's the other thing with this. That's one of the few problems with this idea, especially if you use something this focused on for Bowser. This focus on speed. Apparently, faster vehicles get more coin benefits the more coins they have, whereas slower vehicles get higher benefits from less coins. Like, as an example, because this is the fastest thing, it apparently gets its best benefit from, like, I think it was like 15 coins or something. Near max.
The thing is, though...
Especially with this being 100 and naturally less aggressive, it's like, even with this strategy, I think that the hardest part of the knockout tour is the first gate. Generally, once...
Look at how far behind they are!
Generally, once you get basically past the first gate, assuming someone wasn't riding your ass when you did, that it generally at that point becomes fairly, like, consistent and shit, but because it's Mario Kart, there are always things that can fuck you, like blue shells or lightning can still fuck you.
Yes. But at the same time,
Yeah.
because it's 100 and...
Speaking of,
Sorry, boys.
essentially, the funny thing was the way the rewind works. Apparently, as long as you don't let go of the gas, you don't lose your acceleration. That's also something that you need to remember to do. Try to, like, trip off of basically fucking everything.
This is super...
Yeah, look at the gap you're getting on the mini-map.
This is so stupid!
Now again, to be fair, I will say it's not foolproof.
No, it's... Okay, it's foolproof enough in the sense
I
of...
would say it has maybe about a 90% or so success rate. The problem is you really do need that, like... You really do need that good push in the, the first gate. And sometimes, depending on what you're using, that push in the first gate can be really fucking difficult.
Yes.
I think when you look back, I think this was a thing in Mario Kart, that I think slows you down slightly, so if you're going to do that, it's like you literally need to just tap the button. So another thing, that's a small problem, and this is a problem with Knockout Tour specifically, because people are being removed from the race, the item threshold basically gets moved down. Like, as an example, when you're at the last stretch, that is the last four, because 4th place is considered last, they would get items that, like, basically the last place would get.
Yes.
So that can also potentially lead to some
Other problems, but at the same time, the counterbalance becomes there's less people to fuck you over.
There's less people, and if you're doing something like this, 4th place is probably, like, not as, far back as you would think.
I dodged blue shells with a time warp, and then I get some decent RNG, where this Bowser build is just...
Well, because after a certain point, as long as you don't crash or...
Oh, fuck it.
As long as you don't crash or fall off the track, like, too much, especially once you get 20 coins, because Knockout Tour is a continuous thing, after a certain point, you will be running at your max acceleration.
Yes.
Haven't seen those guys in a while.
can deal with that.
Good, the great equalizer.
I can deal with that because I'm far enough ahead where that should...
I can make a joke out every time you get a lightning. I honestly prefer lightning over other things because that would remove...
Good.
I honestly prefer lightning over other things because that will remove potential problematic items.
Lightning hits everybody in front of the user, which means everyone behind the person isn't getting hit, but everyone in front is, but that equalizes. This is consistent, and it's actually pissing me off.
To play the game good, you have to play badly.
If you want the ranks, you need to play badly. You can't drift, because if you drift,
or if not, because the funny thing, we're in the final stretch, and because of that, there's enough like gaps and shit where it can actually really see them. Or if not, can't drift. Like I said, I think if it's a skill-based thing, it might be drifting to the point of mini turbo that does it. People are still unsure, so
I went.
You could look back to.
No, it doesn't.
I just wanted to see how close they were.
That only took a couple of resets. I got less.
Like I said, I think because you still do need good RNG.
You need RNG on the first gate. Once you're past that, you need other RNG to mostly cooperate, but I got bombarded by less blue shells.
Yes.
Less red shells.
Aww.
It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, how many of you basically do think the one thing is actually something that works? We talk about this a little bit later on in the Let's Play, but people basically act like the whole driving worse thing is a placebo effect, even though it really does feel like if you're playing the game worse, you end up better off. Even after they make some balance adjustments, because this game was bullshit. Now, at the time of recording this video, the game hadn't been patched yet, so this really long recording is basically pre-patch, and it definitely seems to work pre-patch, but even post-patch, it really does seem like the game has some sort of dynamic difficulty, but people really want to disprove that, even though everyone that swears by this basically says what I've been saying for months. If this wasn't working, why does the game stop pelting me with nonsense as soon as I basically stop drifting? Because as soon as I start drifting consistently, it feels like the game basically does pelt you with a lot more stupid bullshit. So I wanted to see how many of you agree that this actually is a thing, or at least seems to be partly a thing. That's why I thought this topic would be really interesting, but I don't want to ramble. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.